What's good, everybody? The voice of the WGC back in the build. How you liking the gameplay videos, eh? Now that we can, the servers are still kind of jacked up, but at least we can finish matches now. Before we couldn't finish hardly any matches, and now we can finish more matches. We still get kicked out, but we could still complete more matches than we don't complete, so that's a plus. But anyways, how y'all liking the gameplay? How y'all liking the gameplay? What's up with it? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Trash talk videos? You want more? Because it's definitely going to be more. Anyways, if you scroll down 2K's page, you notice something different for a change. They retweeted that there's going to be an interview with no other than Brian Williams, or better known as B Will. We often mention B Will on this channel, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because he was a part of the team, the WWE Games team, when WWE games were in a much better space. He has been working with WWE games since SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. There's a reason why 2K/Visual Concepts took... I can't even talk right now. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to make this as calm as possible. I'll get to that later, but like I was saying, there's a reason why 2K/Visual Concepts went out of their way to bring him back after forcefully giving Ukes the boot and acting like they just walked out themselves. Now you gave them the boot and you tried to shove all of your problems onto them. Let's not forget that. But anyways, fast forward, like I said, they brought B Will back. They want that genius back. They want that wrestling mind back. Somebody that actually pays attention to the product on a weekly basis. Somebody that's actually in love with the art of professional wrestling. And before I come back to this, I'm just gonna go back a little bit further to show you that 2K themselves don't watch the product. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Alright, right here. For those of you who have been watching WWE for a very long time, especially in this period, the Ruthless Aggression era, those of you know what happened. Batista went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Triple H at WrestleMania 21. He then went on to retain that championship at Backlash. So 2K goes out of their way to make an on this day in 2005, and it says, on this day in 2005, Batista defeated Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. That's not what happened. Because if that's what happened, that would mean that he won it from Triple H on that night, which is not what happened. He defended it. He didn't win it. He defended it. He retained it. He successfully retained his World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. This is what we have been talking about all of this time. We cannot have people on this team who clearly do not watch wrestling. We can't. Where are you getting these people from, 2K? Who is in charge of this social media? Who? And it's mighty funny how you're making all of these on this day posts when you don't even have these models in the game. We're talking about 2005, and what do you have in the screenshot? What do you have in the screenshot? This isn't a 2005 Batista. This isn't a 2005 Triple H. You don't even have half of these. You don't even have half of these retro models that you're talking about. That's what makes this even more funnier. You're making hashtag on this day, hashtag on this day, hashtag on this day. But yeah, you don't even have these models in your game. The community is having to make them for you. And even then, when they make it for you, you couldn't even go out of your way to download it from CC and put it in this screenshot. That's what makes this even funnier. So, let's look at these comments. You mean retained. Won at WrestleMania 21, then retained at Backlash. Retained, you mean. He retained it, actually. It's like, bro, people letting you know up front that you wrong. But anyway, let's continue because it's been a minute since we've done what's been going on with 2K. So, like we've said, promoting MyFaction as usual. Promoting MyFaction again. Come on now. Promoting MyFaction again. It's like, bruh. Promoting MyFaction again. It's like, come on, bruh. Like, come on. And the crazy thing is, this is how you know it's bad. This is how you know it's bad because the universe mode people are fed up. The online players are fed up. The MyRise players are fed up. Everybody is fed up. But the main ones that we thought that were getting fed was the MyFaction portion of the community. But now it seems like the MyFaction portion of the community is getting pissed off, and they're saying that the 2K is just recycling the same cards over and over and over again. So damn, you can exclude them because that means now that everybody is pissed. What are you gonna do about this, 2K? What is your next step, 2K? Please tell me. Please tell me. Because it seems like you've already given up on this fucking game, from the looks of it. I'm just keeping it real. But anyways, let's go back to this. Is today going to be the day that we finally get some questions answered? Some long-awaited questions that we've been asking you over and over and over again, Lionel Jinx. Questions that have been consistently getting ignored over and over and over and over and over again. Is this going to be the day that the questions get answered? Is it? Because I'm not going to lie. Out of everybody in that room, out of everybody on that team, the one that I trust the most, I would say, is B-Will. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I've seen his work. I know what we got back in the day. And I know that he can deliver us a great wrestling game. I know he can. But the problem is, how much control are you going to give him? How much power are you going to give him going forward? Starting off with 2K24. How much control is he going to have? Because, my guy, Lionel Jinx, we've dealt with you for a very long time. It's like I was saying in the previous video. Just give B-Will the power. Let him be the creative director. Let him be in charge of the team. Let him be the one to make the final decisions. I just want to see what's up, man. I just want to see what's up. I mean, what other reason did you bring him back for? Seriously. What other reason? Did you really bring my guy back just to continuously build off of 2K22 for the next 5-10 years? What is the reason you brought him back? Are we going to sit here and be playing 2K22 for the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years? How long are we going to be playing 2K22 for? How long? Because, like I was saying, the more I play 2K23, I don't play it every day. But anytime I pick that game up, I feel like I'm playing 2K22 with some little extra things sprinkled on top. That's literally what it is. I mean, the biggest addition that you talked about was war games, correct? The servers don't allow you to complete a war games match. Like matches with over, I would say matches with over 4 players, even those hardly work, but matches specifically over 4 players, they're not gonna work. Chambers are terrible online. War games is terrible online. So your biggest addition is already a throwaway. What? So if you really look at it, to be honest, you actually have no new match types. So I want to know, what is this interview going to be like? What questions are going to be asked and what questions are going to be answered? Because every single time that we've attempted to chat it up with anybody that's affiliated with 2K, we either A, we get blocked, or B, we get ignored. Let's take you back. For those of y'all who've been here for a while, for those of y'all who were on our previous channel, let's take you back. WWE 2K22. We wanted some answers. We were asking hard-hitting questions throughout that stream. And what happened? They saw it. Oh, they saw it all right. But it got ignored. And instead, they just went ahead and answered other questions like, who is your favorite superstar? What is your favorite match? It's like, what? Your game is currently in shambles. And the future is not looking so bright. But yet, you're ignoring somebody that has been literally playing these games since they even knew how to pick up a controller. I already told you about my track record. I've been playing wrestling games since WCW NWO Revenge. I've been playing wrestling games since WCW versus NWO World Tour. I've been playing wrestling games since WCW Mayhem on the PS1. I've been doing this shit for a minute, man. This ain't just somebody that just started playing wrestling games on a 360. Somebody that just started playing wrestling games on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X. Somebody that just started playing wrestling games when 2K came around. That's not me. For somebody that has witnessed the highest of highs with WWE games and currently the lowest of lows, why don't you take more time out of your day to get opinions from those individuals? Because the main thing that y'all like to do is you like to nitpick our videos and label us as haters. When in reality, just like you want a better product in real life with WWE, we want a better video game. Come on now, bruh. Let me repeat that. Just like you want a better product in real life with WWE, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, your weekly shows, we want a better video game. If you're going out of your way spending 60, 70, 120, 150 on these yearly releases, you expect to be able to play this game non-stop for a full calendar year. Because that's what we did back in the day. Just think about this. We had nowhere near the technology. We didn't have the ability until 360 came around. We didn't have the ability, I'm talking about the PS2 era. We didn't have the ability to get consistent patches on the PS2. What you got, what you bought, that PS2 disc, what you bought is what you got and what you had to deal with. There was no, oh, I can't wait for the next patch. There was none of that shit, bro. Wasn't on no Wi-Fi, none of that. You bought your $60 game. Or now video games were actually much cheaper back in the day. I mean, some were 60, but if you really go back in time, there was a time when video games were like $40. If you remember, $40, $50. But as I was saying, what you saw is what you got, and you had to deal with it. There wasn't no patches, there wasn't no Wi-Fi, there was none of that. And we were sitting there offline having the time of our lives. But nowadays, you pick up these games and you notice the problems right away. We have access to social media. We have Wi-Fi. There's patches. I mean, there should be more, but patches exist now. You go on here, and what do you see in the comment section? People telling you to fix your game over and over and over and over and over again. This wasn't happening in the PS2 era, bruh. This wasn't happening in the PS2 era. You look back at these great, amazing wrestling titles that we had back in the day, and then you look at what we have now. It really is depressing. And this is why a large chunk of the community is leaving. They're leaving. I remember back in the day on 360. I mean, granted there were hacks, but shit was way more competitive online. And there were more clans than ever online. We went to war with so many motherfuckers on there. And now you fast forward, this shit is like a desert. This shit is like a desert. Everybody wants to run on fake accounts now. It's like, dude, what is going on? And then you message around, you be like, hey, you still play WWE games? Hey, how you been? How you been? You get a message back. Oh, I don't really play anymore. I'm waiting for the AW game. Or I'm waiting for the wrestling code. Like, bruh, these games are lacking. These games are lacking. It is not on no hating shit, bruh. It's just facts. It doesn't matter if you're talking about 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, although in my opinion, it's the best game in the franchise. It still wasn't a classic. 19, 20, 22, 23. Bruh. You cannot match up any of these games, not a single one of these games, to the SmackDown vs. Raw series. They don't hold any weight. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, like, bro, SVR 2007, like, bruh, we're talking about games that are almost 2 decades old. It just blows my mind. How is it possible that games from almost 2 decades ago are better than games? You know what? I really want to boot up. I'm not going to do it, but I really do want to boot up SVR right now. I really do. Just to let you, I won't even play. I'm going to let the computers go at it, but I'm just going to let you see how smooth and fluid and how great this gameplay was. I'll probably do it in another video, but it's just crazy how games from 2 decades ago are outperforming games from 2023. I remember me and my dog was on the 360. I remember it like it was yesterday. We had all these crazy ass fucking fantasies. Our imagination was running rampant. We were saying, man, I wonder what online is going to be like. Man, I wonder what wrestling games are going to be like when we grow up. We finally grow up and this shit's a fucking nightmare. This shit's a nightmare. I wish I can go back, to be honest. The more I pick up and purchase these 2K games, these new 2K games, the more I appreciate the 360 and the SVR series and WWE 2K14, which B Will was on the team for that game too. And I wish we can go back to that. I really do. Here's my solution to all of this. If you can do this, this would be literally the perfect wrestling game. If you could take WWE 2K23's graphics, with WWE 2K14's engine and gameplay, core gameplay, and features, and you tie it in with SVR 06 and 07 features, you got yourself the perfect wrestling game right there. You got yourself the perfect wrestling game right there. That is the perfect. Let me repeat that. 2K23's graphics with the 14 engine with the features from 14, 06, and 07. That's your perfect wrestling game right there. Because I mean, some people love it. Some people say that this is the best that wrestling games have been in years, the best state. But I'm not gonna lie, this is not it. This combo system is not it. It's not it, yo. You can't do transitions. I mean, although I hated it, there's no chain wrestling. There's no interactions with the crowd. There's no interactions with the environment. You can't put on a wrestling clinic. Everything is slow, stiff. No fast-paced action. You're rolling out the ring every 5 seconds. The stun meter. Everything is not reversible. And then sometimes when you even try to reverse it and it clearly flashes and says that you press Y, it doesn't even register. It doesn't even reverse it. The game is in shambles. The game is in shambles. Online is a mess. The game is in shambles. The game is in shambles. And for those of y'all out there that like to sit here and say, oh, well, that's just your opinion. Nothing happens to me. It was like, bro, of course, no shit, Sherlock. Of course you're not going to experience any problems like we do online because you're just sitting there playing with bots. No shit. I mean, I used to do that back in the day on the PS2, but I can't do that anymore. The engine does not allow me to do that. It's not fun. I'm not about to sit here and play with a fucking computer 24/7, 365. That shit is not fun. I'd rather play with a real human being online. Real humans from around the world. Although there are some hackers, I'd rather play with real human beings. I'd rather do that. I'm just keeping it real. Now, if the gameplay was a little bit more crispy, then yeah, I'd probably still be offline. Spending a good amount of my time offline, probably. And then you sitting here, oh, well, forget about this, forget about this, forget about this. It's like, why are you being so biased? Why are you trying to focus on specifically one game mode? Because you know damn well, for those of y'all who were saying that we were complaining about the servers, we were just talking out of our ass, you know damn well, if you couldn't connect to universe mode, if you couldn't get on universe mode, every time you tried to jump into universe mode, it kicked you right back out. And you just had to sit there and look stupid as fuck. You had no choice but to just sit there. You would be pissed off. If you were to try to jump into My Rise and it booted you out every 5 seconds and you couldn't play My Rise, you would be pissed off. If you try to play My GM, every single time you tried to get into a match, it kicked you out, you would be pissed off. So I don't want to hear any of the talking about some, oh, you this, you that, you this, you that. Because if it was happening to your game mode, you would be in the same position that we are, and you would be pissed the fuck off. You would be livid. Just because it's not happening to your game mode doesn't mean that we can't voice our opinion. Like, come on, bro. Stop with that corny ass shit for real. But yeah, like I was saying, this game is in shambles. And I want to know what this interview is going to be like. Are you gonna ask some hard-hitting questions? What questions are you going to ask? And will fans like us, what questions will we be able to ask? What questions will we be able to ask? What questions? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions will we be able to ask? Hmm? What questions? What questions? Let me ask you a few right now. What new match types do you have in store for us in the future? Do you have any plans on prioritizing online and making it how it was back then? Do you have any plans on expanding and adding multiple versions of that superstar and not forcing us to have it as an alt? Let all the attires be under that one superstar and have it on the default roster. Just imagine a 2K game with I wouldn't say every single version, but the most iconic versions of that superstar. You click A, and all of their versions are under that one current version. That'll be amazing. What about that? When are we gonna get something different from Showcase? What about a return to Road to WrestleMania? What about a return to season mode? Can you answer that? Do you have any plans to improve gameplay, like get rid of the stun meter? Improve the engine, or just scrap the engine altogether? Let's go back to the old roots. Let's go back to take it way back. You have any plans to do that? Or my favorite, when's the next patch gonna be? When's the next patch gonna be? When's the next patch? Have you ever thought about making 2K a live service game? I got questions on questions on questions, my guy. I can do this shit all day. Will you ever combine the games again? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the fact that they separated the games. So if you have an Xbox Series X and your friend has an Xbox One, you have to download the Xbox One version, even though you're both on Xboxes. This shit's fucking stupid. So do you have any plans on combining the games again and make it one whole game? Combine the servers again. Like, why are the servers being separated? Why? That's probably why this shit feels like a desert, because the servers are so split. That's probably why. Like I said, I can do this all day, bruh. I got questions on questions on questions, my guy. But anyways, that about wraps it up for the video. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get ignored again, like usual, because we've been trying for so many years to answer all these, to get answers to all these questions, but we just get ignored or we get blocked. So we're gonna see. This is Unsanctioned TV's 1,000th attempt on getting the hard-hitting questions answered. Let's see what happens. And if you want to see what's up, the information is right here. It is today. You click that link. What the? Oh my goodness, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know what's going on right now. Hey. But anyways, all you gotta do is just click this link right here, and then you'll be able to join the live stream. And let's see what happens. Let's see if 2K is really about it. Let's see if there's gonna be any restrictions put on my boy B Will. Let's see. Because I can see the vision from a mile away. I know what type of game he wants. I know what my boy is capable of. But currently, this ain't it. I'm just keeping it real. This ain't it, my guy. This ain't it. Now, hopefully, 2K24, you get a little bit more leeway. You get a little bit more control. And we could see what the Brian Williams effect is really like. It's like I was saying, the homie been on the team since 06, SVR 06. I know what's up. I was there. But we have yet to see these things implemented into these modern day wrestling games. I mean, we're getting little hints. We're getting little sprinkles of it. But let's take it up another notch. Let's go full throttle. Come on. But anyway, that about wraps it up for the video. I'll catch y'all in this live stream. And don't forget, coming up, new video up tomorrow. I'm telling you, this is about to be one of the funniest trash talking videos WWE wise that you have ever seen. This motherfucker was so pressed. I'm talking so pressed. He accused me of using mods. Mind you, as you can see on the screenshot, he had Edge. Got beat twice. And therefore accused me of using a modded controller. Basically, when I was going for a DDT, it kind of like warped. It kind of like overlapped his superstar. And then it executed the DDT. I think it did it twice, I think. So because of that, he claims that I have a mod controller. When in reality, you just got your ass dusted off by somebody that's using a $20 Walmart controller. I kid you not. You know those controllers you see at GameStop and Walmart? The Power A controllers? I wish I could pull it up, bro. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. This is the exact controller that I have. I kid you not. One of these cheap ass controllers. This is the exact controller that I have, my guy. This is the exact controller I have. And he claims that this is a modded controller. You can't make this shit up. To save face and not admit that you got your ass whooped by Joaquin Wilde. A 76 overall. Cruiserweight. You want to say that it's mods. And that's another reason why this interview is important. Because 2K, your gameplay is getting me heat. Your gameplay is getting me accusations of modding / hacking. When everybody who really knows us knows that we are the #1 individuals against that shit. We've been getting hacked since the Xbox 360, my guy. We don't fuck with that shit. And why would we buy mods? We have no reason to do that shit. There's no reason to. But anyways, if I can redo this shit again. Alright, there we go. Okay. So like I was saying, you click this and boom, it's right there. But anyways, that about wraps it up for the video. I hope to see y'all in there. And don't forget to ask real legitimate questions. Don't come up in here on no fugazi shit and be like, oh, who's your favorite superstar? What's your favorite WWE moment? I love the Attitude Era. Don't come up here on that weak ass shit, man. This is B Will we talking about, my guy. This is B Will we talking about. You better ask them hard hitting fucking questions. The same energy that you have on Twitter in them comments, you better keep that same energy on here. That same energy that you have in our comments, you better have that same energy in this motherfucking live stream. You hear me? You hear me? But anyways, that about wraps it up for the video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say one last thing. I'm gonna say one last thing too. I already said that I fuck with B Will heavy, and I want to see him have full control in the future releases of WWE2K. So don't come up in here on no whack ass shit. Like, if you want to say that 2K needs some work, if you want to say that 2K needs to be fixed, if you want to say that 2K needs a patch, like you asking when is the next patch, that's cool. But don't sit up in, because like, bro, the IWC is so fucking weird. And I need to make a video about the IWC too. You're fucking weird, bro. You're fucking weird. Don't come up in here making death threats to him. Don't come up in here with all these crazy ass emojis. Just keep it. You can keep it calm and still ask some hard hitting questions. You can still do that shit. But don't come up in here on no death threats or on no whack ass shit, bro. Don't be on that shit, please. From one real ass individual to another, do not be on that whack ass shit, please. Please, alright? But anyway, that about wraps it up for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And most importantly, get your ass in here and ask some real questions. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna forget about this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just keeping it real. Some of y'all better be in here asking about these matches too. Y'all better be in here asking about these matches too. Like, come on now. Y'all better be in here asking about this. You notice how we asked for 2K19 controls, huh? Huh? You notice that? Faster pace, still don't have that. Improve reversal system, still don't have that. Better physics, still don't have that. Increased difficulty, still don't have that. WWE atmosphere, still don't have that. Smarter AI, you mean an AI that fucking pins you after every single move? Still don't have that. Reworked gameplay, come on, bro. Improved animation, still don't have that. Weapon interactions, oh, you mean like weapon interactions like we had in SVR 2008? Still don't have that. Oh, you mean like, what were they called? Ultimate controls like we had in Spectre vs. Raw? Still don't have that. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about soon. I'm gonna do a reaction video soon. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Shit was so much more different back in the day. I had little to no complaints about the older games, seriously. But nowadays, I'm just keeping it real. My love for the wrestling games, I play them because it's the only wrestling game around, but my true love for it is slowly fading more and more and more and more each and every year. These games is not what they used to be. I hope we can return to form one day, but right now, this ain't it. I'm just keeping it a stack. But that about wraps it up for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and we out here. One love. God bless. See you in the next one. Peace. And appreciate y'all for 300 subs. We're getting closer and closer to where we were previously at. Come on. Let's get this shit. Unsanctioned TV, roll to 1K. Let's get this shit.